What's up, everybody? This is Jason from Praying Won't Help. Hustle hard. You know me, the one and only. Excuse me. I one and only Jason Christ, the Miami Beach guru. He who is great and all of that and all above, right? Well, like I said, I'm not saying that. Other people are saying that. But hey, who am I to argue with them, right? Sorry it's been a while since I've done any videos. I've been feeling a little under the weather. Been kind of busy with work, all that type of shit. But it is what it is. This should be part of my work, and I do apologize for all the people that I haven't been around like I should. So I'm going to do a quick little video, no more than probably 15 minutes, on visualization and the reality of visualization and like kind of what we've been doing as a humanity in a sense. I'd like to say that we've quit thinking, you know. We live in a golden age at this moment where we have so much knowledge about the metaphysical, the physical, and everything in between. Yeah, we just take it all for granted. And how I'm going to do this, I'm going to start out with there was this old test type thing that went out there, and it proved the point. It said if you had 100 men, nowadays you can put men and or women, okay? But at the time it was men. And you had them all starting at the age of 25. Every single one of them, if you said, will you be successful by the time you're 65 years old? Will you be rich, etc.? And every one of them would say, yeah, I'm going to be rich. I want to be successful by the time I'm 65. Makes sense, right? The reality of this was, though, out of the survey, only one of those people out of the 100 ended up being rich. Only 5 of them ended up being financially independent. 40 of them were still working at 65, and 54 of them were broke. Pretty fucked up odds, huh? But that's the same today as it was then. Probably even more so now, because now there's such a black cloud over everything with first the financial crash, then the COVID situation and all that. But why? But I'm going to put it as simple ways, though. Why in the fuck did 94% or whatever of all the people out there basically end up either broke or still working? I'm going to put it like this. 96 of them conform to society's norms. Society's norms are, you're from this social class, you're going to be with this social class. Your father did this, you're kind of going to do this. That type of thing right there. A lot of the bullshit that comes with it all. Those 6, though, the things that they did was they made goals. They visualized, and they didn't fall into the trap. You know, they didn't fall into the trap of social norms, the whole, I can't do something, I can't do this, you know. You know, they felt, I'm going to do it regardless of whatever the cost. That one out of 100, he or she was like, I'm going to fucking do it and nobody's going to stop me. Why? Because they visualized it as well. You know, they put it into their head. I'm going to have this. I'm going to do that. This is going to happen regardless. Remember the Secret, right? The book, The Secret. I can't remember her name, but the truth of the matter is all she did was rehash stuff that had been out there for hundreds of years already in the public view, public reading, and had been being spouted since the time of the Greeks, since the time of the Egyptians, probably long before them. And to be real, if we were to be able to go back into the great library of Alexandria before it was actually looted and not necessarily totally burned and all that stuff taken to the Vatican these days, secret vaults. But either way, conspiracy theory away, I'm sure that same knowledge would have been right there for everybody to read about The Secret. The Secret basically essentially says that whatever you put out to the universe is what you will receive. And to believe it or not, it's pretty much true to this day. Ancient knowledge is working out literally to this day as we speak. If you come like everything's gonna be negative, oh, woe is me, my job sucks, everybody there hates me, this, that, and the other, my work sucks, I do this, I do that, your work's gonna suck. Your job's going to suck. The people probably are going to hate you because you're going to be an unlikable person. If you put out there to the universe that you're going to do good, everything around you is going to be good, the people around you are going to be good, you're going to succeed, and all of those things, odds are you probably are. It's kind of the mindset. If you have a loser mindset, you're going to be a loser. If you have a winner mindset, you're going to be a winner. There's really no ifs, ands, buts about this. This is exactly how it works. I know it sounds like some real true hippie ass shit, and it probably is. And I know I like to say that I'm not a hippie and I don't have too many hippie ideals, but old punkers usually become hippies, and it's probably what happened to me. I listened to my hippie mother too much, and it is what it is. But in truth, that old hippie ideal, that peace, love, harmony, if that's your mindset, usually you have peace, love, and harmony in your life. If you visualize things and you put it in your head, this is your goal, this is what you will attain, and there's nothing going to hold you back, you will attain it. That's just plain and simple. But why? Why do 96 of the 100 fail? Back to the original point, okay? You know me, I go on a tangent. I'm going to tell you why. Conformity. They conform to the norms. But the problem with conformity is the opposite of courage. Courage is the visualization. Courage is that 1%. Courage is that 5% who said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to get as close as I can. Did they take the chances? Probably not all the chances that the 1% took. That 1% took that chance where it was like, either everything's going to fail or everything's going to win. A toro madre o un desmadre, right? Blood in, blood out. But that's the truth there. And then people say things happen to me. This is another thing about conformity and the people who don't succeed. The people who say things happen to me and things not for me always fail. For example, say some pretty crappy shit happens to me, okay? The reality is that, and this is going to sound hippie once again, but the reality is going to be, I could get down on my knees and pray about it, but we all know praying won't help. But everything that happens for a reason. When one door shuts, usually another door opens. So by saying, oh, this happened to me and not for me, you're taking away the reality of the lesson to be learned from whatever it is that you're perceiving as happened to you. For example, say you had a shitty childhood. Okay. Hey, we all probably did. Most of us didn't have the greatest childhoods, myself included. But everything that happened to me in my life, all the different negatives that one would perceive and or blame their parents for later, I take as learning lessons as one, things to make me a stronger person, things not to do, and probably ways not to raise my own kids, okay? I don't know what to say else on that right there, It's just a thing like, for example, I was reading a thing recently where, and this comes about working. We all work, whether we want to or not, in some way, form, shape, form, or another. They asked, I think it was the thing I was watching on it was a YouTube thing. And the validity, I don't know, of course. But they asked like 50 people, they said, why are you still working? Why do you go to work every day? And out of that 50, something like 85% said they had no clue why they were still going to work. None whatsoever. There was a few that said, oh, my bills, I gotta pay for this, I gotta pay for that. But most of them said, I don't know. I don't know why I'm still going to work. And that's the reality of it. People are going to jobs that fucking suck. They know they suck. They know they could do better. They know they want to do better, but they're not allowing themselves to do better. And they don't visualize themselves in a better spot. Thus, they keep the job that sucks. But the person who succeeds, that 1%, that 6%, but definitely that 1% says, nah, fuck this job. This isn't for me. This isn't what I want to do. I'm either going to do what I want to do or I'm not going to do anything. And believe me, that 1% never became that way for working for somebody else. But I'll guarantee that 5% who were financially stable and rich by what standards are. Remember, rich is only relative to who you're standing next to in a sense. If you're standing next to a broke person and you got 50 grand in the bank, you're rich. But if you've got 50 grand in the bank, you're standing next to a guy with $1 million, you're poor. It's all just a mindset and it's all relative to the situation you're in. But that 5%, they got financially stable by working with that 1%. But that 1% got financially rich or whatever, however, be spiritually rich, whatever it wants to be, because they took the chances. And that's what you have to do. You have to see, I call it planting trees, okay? If you want to succeed, you have to plant things in your mind that are going to grow. And these have to be positive things. Now, a lot of people say, I want this humongous goal. Don't worry about the humongous goal. What you need to worry about is small goals leading up to the humongous goal. I call these are your plants, your bushes. Your tree is your final grow. That's your gigantic oak or your gigantic willow swaying in the wind with looking like some shit right off of fucking Forrest Gump's yard, okay? But you plant your trees. You plant your apple tree and you watch your fruits blossom. You know what I'm saying? You got to plant these crops in your mind. You got to take these and say, okay, I'm going to plant this little tree and I'm going to watch it grow. That little tree says, okay, I want to have my world. I live in the tattoo body piercing world. Say I want to have the biggest, best shops. I want to have a worldwide shop. Well, it all starts with the first shop. It all starts first with your apprenticeship and your abilities. And then it goes from there to eventually owning one shop, probably two, and then eventually branding yourself out there, etc. The brand is the willow. But each little one, you know, first one's your tomato tree, then's your apple tree, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Tomato plant, whatever you want to call it. Theoretically, it's still a fruit, you know. The problem is that most people don't plant these trees. They just say, okay, cool, I work at Factory X, my dad worked at Factory X, so I'm stuck at Factory X, you know. But think yourself as a farmer. I know it sounds cheesy, but think of yourself as a farmer. The farmer plants his crops on the land. The land does not give a fuck what crops are planted. The land will grow the crops if the land is tended to properly. Granted, crop rotation, etc. We're not going to get into all that, but you get the point. The land is indifferent. So is the mind. The mind is indifferent to what you plant. If you plant negative trees, you're going to get negative fucking fruit. You're going to get rotten fruit. If you plant positive trees, you're going to get sweet fruits, you know? The right thoughts and the right goals are the right fruits. And if you plant the right seeds to begin with, those are going to grow. The mind and the land don't care what the hell you plant. The mind will grow shit. You know, it'll grow a fucking shit tree or it'll grow a wonderful fruit. And that's really what I'm coming with this visualization. Yeah, I'm going to break it down, my old Nebraska roots there, to being a farmer. Okay? Be the farmer, but plant the right crops. You know that if you plant a juicy orange down here in Florida, you plant orange trees, you're going to get your oranges. If you plant a shit tree, you're going to get shit. So, that being said, plant the proper crops. Your mind is indifferent as well as the land. So plant it proper, it'll grow proper. I'm going to let you go. I'm seeing it's just coming up on 15 minutes and I can't post anything longer than that on Instagram and or Facebook. So, everybody out there, I want to say, fucking remember, praying won't help, hustle hard, and thanks everybody for being out there. You know, I got some new books out. I've been really focusing on that. I'm going to be on the self-help books and a little bit more of the life counseling stuff coming up. Until then, I want everybody to know that I got nothing but love for y'all. You're all my brothers, you're all my sisters out there. So, as they say in old Canada, peace out. As we say here in Miami Beach, beautiful Miami, hasta luego, dale, ciao. And as I always say, everybody, deuces. I'll catch you next time. I've got some merch coming up that I'm going to post for everybody. So, hey, everybody out there, love y'all. And once again, please like and share the videos, and we'll get this Miami Beach Guru thing going one of these days, all right? All right, bye. Deuces.